Okay students, welcome back to the online class of economics class 10. Definition of the topic, what is that? Now we are going to compare different countries as well as different states. Commonly if you are living in a village or in a city, you can see that different neighbors are living in a society, and sometimes people say that my neighbor is richer than me. Sometimes we say that my neighbor is poorer than me. Okay, so how can we find out that a particular person is rich or poor? That same topic can be used to compare different countries and states. In India, so many states are there. Some states are developed and rich states. Developed states, we are talking about development, so we use the term developed states. Some states are less developed states. So how can we make that comparison? That is the question. Okay, so commonly world countries, they use a particular topic, criterion, that is known as income. How do you know that? Income is used as a criterion by the world countries, especially the World Bank. You know what is the World Bank? World Bank is a bank where the countries they can take loans and all. Okay, World Bank is an organization. World Bank is an organ of United Nations, UNO, United Nations Organization. World Bank was started after the Second World War, okay, to help the countries those who are facing economical problems, economically backward. To help them, UNO started World Bank. So as per World Bank, they divide the countries into various categories on the basis of income. Some countries are top in the list, they are the rich countries. Some are in the middle of the list, they are the middle income countries. Some countries are in the bottom of the list, they are called poor countries. Okay, so how the comparison is made? So first of all, I have written here, national income is the main criterion used to divide the countries into various categories. What is national income? Or it is also called GDP, gross domestic product. I think you have studied this topic in class 9. GDP, gross domestic product, or national income, we can commonly say. Actually it is the total value of goods and services. Okay, here we talk about goods and services. Total value of goods and services produced in a country during a particular period of time. Commonly it is 1 year. That means in a year the total income produced in that country through various means is called GDP. So on the basis of GDP, the World Bank divide the countries into various categories. And what the World Bank do, that is the second topic. They take the GDP, okay, and what they do, they divide the GDP by the total population of that country. Then they will get an average, and that average income is called, another name is per capita income or per head income. Per capita income, average income, per head income, all are the same. So in exam point of view, commonly a question is asked every year, how can we calculate per capita income, or what is per capita income? So it is very simple. The total income or the national income or the GDP of the country is divided by the population of that country. For example, India's population is, take it as 130 crore. Okay, and India's national income is, it is so much, too much, it is very much, it is a huge number. So take it as 100 crore. Okay, just an example. So 100 crore divided by, okay, take the population of India as 10, not 130. So what will happen? 100 crore divided by 10. This is just an example, okay. So we will get an answer. That is known as average income, okay. And they make a list as per that average income. And what we'll do, as per the list, some of the countries will be in the top of the list having more income. Some of the countries are in the middle of the list because they are having not very high income, average income. Some of the countries will be in the bottom of the list because they are having very less income. And the World Bank define a criteria. What is that? Here it is given. US dollar, this is the symbol of dollar. This is the symbol of dollar. US dollar 12,056 per annum. That is important topic. Per year. Per annum means per year. If the country is getting, that means the GDP, if it is divided by the population of the country, and then they get an average income. If the average income is more than whatever the number given here, 12,056, not Indian rupee, US dollar and above, this is the limit. Itana or isse upar hai. So such countries are called rich countries, okay, or high income countries we can call. High income countries or rich countries. This data is of 2017 data. We do not have the recent data. It is not given in your textbook. You can find it out from internet. Okay. So as per 2017, the countries those who are getting more than 12,056 US dollar and above, this number and above are called rich countries. And the countries, for examples, we can give examples: United States of America, United Kingdom. So many examples are there: Australia, France, Italy, most of the European countries, okay. China, definitely we can say China, Japan. All these countries are developed because their average income is more than whatever given here, okay. And second limit is that if the country is getting US dollar 1,820 and below, 1,820 and below, the countries are getting average income. Already I explained that how to find out average income. Average income इससे कम मिल रहा है, then such countries are called low income countries. Such countries are called low income countries. That means poor countries. So many examples are there. Afghanistan, we can say Afghanistan, and Pakistan is also most of the African countries, okay. Sudan, so many such countries are there. All these countries come under poor countries, okay. Then comes to India. Other categories also there. What is that? The countries those who come between two limits, okay. Two limits here I told you that high income countries and low income countries. Those who are come between this, that means 12,056 US dollar से कम और 1820 US डॉलर से ज़्यादा, ये दोनों के बीच में जो average income those who get, okay, the countries those who have average income between these two numbers are called low middle income countries. And unfortunately our country is India is included or listed in this category, low middle income countries, because India is having do not having your average income this much. We are in a developing stage, okay. So this is the way through which countries are compared, states are compared by the World Bank, okay. Okay students, moving forward, another topic. Now we talk about averages, how to find out averages and all. And the World Bank uses average to find out whether the country is developed or not. Another topic is, it is also related to averages. I have written here, averages are useful only for comparison, okay. It hides disparities. In exam point of view, it may be asked, explain how it is, okay. So first of all, you should understand what is the question. Averages are useful, averages are used only for comparison. Okay, for example, India and Sri Lanka, two countries, if you want to compare, or take the case of Maharashtra and Karnataka, if you want to compare which state or which country is developed than the other, commonly we use income of the state or country. Okay, so that is why here it is given averages are useful only for comparison. Another example, simple example, you can I can say that after your examination, commonly you get your marks in different subjects, and your scoreboard will be there, your result will be given. For example, you got 45 out of 50 in all the subject, total mark is 50, and you secured 45 above, 45 and above in most of the subject except one. For example, in mathematics you got only 20. Okay, in all other subjects you got 45 above or 50, even 50. And when we calculate, when we total all the numbers and we divide by the number of subjects, we get percentage or average. Most probably, if you do like this, your average will be, your percentage will be above 90%. Okay, so commonly people ask what is your percentage, so we say my percentage is 90, above 90 or 95, something like that. But there is a fact, if you talk 95 is my percentage, the reality is that you didn't get near about that much percentage of mass in mathematics. You got that much percentage of mass in all subjects except mathematics. So what happened there, it hide the averages, क्या किया, उसको छुपाया. Disparity means differences. वो जो मैथ्स में जो मार्क में जो अंदर आया उसको डिफरेंस जो आया है उसको दिखाया नहीं एवरेज. To another example, I think you can understand that. Another example here it is given. It is also given in your textbook. Here a table is there. Country A and country B are there. Here monthly income is given. There are 5 persons. Imagine there are 5 persons in that country, in both countries, and here total is there, and we have to find out average. Okay. So in country A, person 1, his average income is 9,500. And 10,500, 9,800, 10,000, 10,200, like that. But in country B, the case is entirely different. What happened there? Only the first person secure 500 only. Here also 500. But the last person, he is very rich. He gets 48,000. When we add all these numbers together, we will get 50,000. So when we calculate the total, when we find out the total income of country A and country B, for 50,000, both countries get 50,000 each. So commonly, if the average, if the GDP is 50,000 in both countries, commonly we think that both countries are developed or equally developed. But what is the reality? Here you can see the reality. In country A, mostly all of the people are more or less equally having income, but in country B, most of the people are poor and a few people are there, they are ultra rich, very rich. And when we divide this total income by its population, that means 5 people are there, so divide by 5, both countries, we get 10,000 each. So don't think that having 10,000 each, don't think that both countries are equally developed. Okay, that is why this topic is given. It is useful for comparison के लिए it is okay. हम लोग कह सकते हैं country A and country B are good, but that okay. But it hide disparities. In country B, here most of the people are poor and a few people are there those are rich. But in country A, all the people are more or less equally rich. Okay, so this is also another topic. Through an example, you can prove it in exam point of view. Okay. Averages are good for comparison, but it hide disparities. Got it? Okay, thank you for this is for today's class. I request you to read the whole lesson from the beginning and try to understand whatever the topic I discussed here. And if you have any doubts, you can clear it, you can call it, or you can send WhatsApp messages in my personal number, which will be given in this video. Okay, thank you.